Live worldwide on DAZN, let's first welcome to the ring, Fezan Shahid.
I sling guns, snap ain't the time to sleep on. Catch me in a hood with a Q1. My gun smoke is too strong, 2 pumps. Body got found in 2 months. Snap be
Here comes the main man of Team Fizzy, and he's fizzed around us all week. The 33-year-old Fezan Shahid, promising to enjoy every minute of this occasion, and said this doesn't happen to fighters from Bradford. We remember former world champion Junior Witter, of course, from this historic West Yorkshire city, and Bobby Vanzi, a cult character too, quality domestic champion. And this is a great chance for Fezan. He's only lost 2 of 8. He looked good on the pads the other night. And as he steps up into the ring, I mean, this is memories forever.
You can't buy this. What an opportunity. Now go and grab it with both hands.
And now let's welcome to the ring, the undefeated Mikie the Omen Tallon.
Is this one of the brightest little men in the boxing business? The sweetly talented Merseysider Mikie Tallon, who's been steered by Tasha Jonas, who's ringside right in the front row. He's guided by Joe Gallagher, and he's rated by the central figure in global boxing. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is a real admirer. Mikie played his part in Vegas ahead of Canelo Crawford, and now from the lights of the desert towards his first stadium appearance. He's been mentioning that a lot this week. He's one of only 6 fights chosen. Golden chance, Barry Jones, for this 20-year-old.
Yeah, and being in a fight like this and an occasion like this can really lift you to believe that you can fight at a higher level, and also now going certainly now into his 11th contest, he'll start thinking about possible title chances down the line.
Flanked by Joe Gallagher, and Tasha taking videos at ringside. Wonderful to see such experience around this young man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ring. Unfinished business from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England. We would first like to give a special thank you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. This event is being brought to you by Riyadh Season, Sella, Ring Magazine, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, and Ben Shalom for Boxer, along with their great sponsors, Everlast, BYD, Cleans, Movember, Mr. Q Casino, and Betfred. A big thanks to those great sponsors. We get things started with 6 rounds scheduled in the flyweight division. When the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring the contest will be Mark Bates. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing white with black and weighed in officially at 112 pounds. Coming to us from Bradford, Yorkshire, England, he has a professional record consisting of 4 wins, 2 defeats, and 2 draws. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Fezan Shahid! And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing gold, red, and blue, and weighed in officially at 111.8 pounds. Representing Champs Camp Manchester and hailing from Liverpool, England, he had a stellar amateur career and now as a professional is undefeated with 10 wins. 1 win comes by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mikie the Omen Tallon!
Gentlemen, listen, when I tell you to break, you take a step back immediately. Keep your punches up, obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Good luck to you both, gents. Touch gloves.
Back to Britain for the Omen, Mikie Tallon, watched on by the former Omen, who's just behind us, Spencer Oliver, our media colleague at TalkSport. Excellent win in America for Tallon against Christian Robles, and now for his fellow countryman Fezan Shahid, who's won his last couple, and Darren has absolutely nothing to lose here.
No, he doesn't at all, but this is a really good opportunity on the flip side of Tallon to really shine again and look good, and he's a classy operator, really is very technically sound. You see the sharp feet there, quick hands, and brilliant artillery as well. He's definitely one to watch, Barry.
You know, he's a really good talent. He does everything correct, doesn't he? You know, he can punch at long range, and when he gets in close, he can work inside effectively. And he has a good temperament as well for a young man who's nice and composed and patient with his work.
Good footwork, decent jab, tries a couple of body shots early and combinations up close. I'm not sure Fezan Shahid has ever seen anything quite like Mikie Tallon. It's difficult to match these flyweights, but Tallon looks on a very positive trajectory.
It's the range I question for Shahid. Where does he fight from? You know, if he comes close, he's going to walk onto shots, but he does. If he stays at, sort of at arm's length, he's going to get picked off, so it's difficult for him. He's got to pick his moments, head movement key, sharp feet. Try and look for mistakes from Tallon, but he doesn't make many, Adam.
But he threw a good right hand just then, Shahid, off the jab there of Tallon, and maybe that's the entry for him. Now, if he can just sort of block that jab, or even take it on the gloves, because it's not a powerful jab for Tallon, then he gets that right hand into play.
Yep, getting closer there, and plenty of noise coming from the blue corner, the Bradford team. Body shot as well, they swap and exchange.
Good right hander from Tallon.
And Shahid's doing exactly the right thing. You fight someone who's quicker than you and has that pedigree. Keep your hands nice and high. Don't offer any openings.
And before he threw the punch, he rolled, didn't he? That was the difference there, giving a little bit of momentum and rhythm into his work, and also makes him defensively harder to hit clean.
Out of range though with the hooks, and back to the jab, that stiff, wonderful orthodox jab that Mikie Tallon possesses, being cheered on, almost shouted at by Tasha Jonas in that front row. A lone figure.
Be busy there later, Adam.
It will be. There's the gold jacket of Rick Reno wandering around at ringside. You'll have a good look at that a bit later. Fezan Shahid is making a go at this, but that body shot hurt him with the left hand, and a right as well from Tallon, back end of the first, and you can see the accuracy he possesses.
And this is the perfect fight here for Tallon, because Shahid's making him work for everything he's doing.
Good entertaining opener to this magical night at Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay? Yeah. Good. 2 breaths. Good. Alright? Listen, you just stand there, you just stand a little bit too upright in front of him, alright? All you've got to do is keep that jab going, triggering, as you see sometimes, if it's about to come in, then he stops short because you've stepped back. But as soon as he goes to come, you've got to nail him with a straight 1-2 down the middle, because he's coming square on. And when you're throwing your right hand, you're bow and arrowing it, you're cocking it from there, nice and sharp, just sharp, boom, boom, nice and sharp, straight down the middle, but shoot low with the right hand, all right? Okay, don't overshoot it, but on the jab, and like I said, when you touch him to the body and he steps back, feint to bring his hands up and then go back downstairs, all right? There's times there you could have gone 2nd and 3 phase. You know he's got to throw a shot in anger, but just don't be silly getting caught with anything on the way in, all right? Showed him too much respect that round, Micah.
What a corner, Joe Gallagher, Russ Amber, legendary cuts man who works with Alexander Usyk, and there's a legend of British boxing, Miss GB, the wonderful Tasha Jonas, steering Mikie Tallon, this 20-year-old in the predominantly gold trunks with the red and blue from Liverpool, trying to notch up his 11th straight professional win. Had a good start, but he's tough, this Fezan Shahid, and he's giving it a real go. He's doing what he can.
Yeah, he is, and I did think this, before this fight, that the record, he's better than his record suggests, Shahid. You know, he's got nice high guard, he can punch a little bit, he's never been stopped. But Tallon, just Joe Gallagher there, just saying he showed a bit too much respect in that opening round, and that's what I'd like to see him do. No need to take silly risks early, but just get into your flow.
Good body shots from Tallon again. Shahid's got 4 victories on the slate, but he's been on the small hall shows. He's 33, and Tallon, well, he's been guided for the big time, but Shahid is competitive here, and that's great to see, Barry.
Yeah, it is, and he's doing really well here. He's not winning the rounds here. Tallon's just ability a little bit sharper, and like the way he's put his punches together here. Tallon's a lovely right hand. That right hand's his best weapon. Tallon really is. Everything's behind the jab, but when he threw that good body shot, where you mentioned, he threw a right hand after it, which was a better shot.
There's the doubling up with the jab and the left hook. He's got the classier moves. But Shahid, I watched him in the workouts. You know, can't learn much in the week, but he was throwing his shots really well on the pads, and he's looking very tough, and he's standing right in front of Tallon. He's not as talented, but he's game.
Yeah, I agree with you. Look capable, didn't he, at the workout? You could see he had a good shape about him. There was one that hurt him there, body shot.
Yep, these body shots beginning to have an effect, surely, on Shahid, who's been really tough and brave.
And he's not digging them in, he's ripping them across, and that's where they're catching him out. There's a good right hander there for Shahid. Again, always fighting back. He's more than just tough, he's technically pretty good.
Barry, it's a good little fight, this, isn't it?
I think for Tallon, who's no 10-0, this is the sort of fight that he needs, a competitive fight. I think he's a guy who knows how to shape up, who knows how to throw his punches with pretty good timing, and also the age. He's in his 30s, he's physically mature and that, and so Tallon won't be able to bully him like he maybe could have, a younger, fresher fighter.
On what platform, though, flip it to Shahid again. An opportunity to rip up the script and, get a notch under your belt like this. He's going to give it absolutely everything, and rightly so.
It's not good from Tallon, though. He's not panicking. Everything's working for him, but he's not losing his shape. He's still working behind the jab.
Good work with the left hand, and that again gets through the guard of this very brave Fezan Shahid, who's trying his best in there, and it's great to see. Well, it's not just boxing we have on DAZN for you.
Watch the National League on DAZN and follow your club all season long, because it's not just a game, it's your badge. Witness heart, passion and pride with every game live or on demand. 1-0 up or 2-0 down. Home or away, it's on. Plus action from the North and South Leagues. Watch on DAZN and follow your club.
National League on DAZN, and don't forget, for those of you watching on YouTube, remember to scan your QR code so you join us on the app on DAZN for the full night here. There are fantastic fights, all building up to the big one, the rematch we've all been waiting for. Eubank Jr. Benn in a few hours' time, but these two are right down to business, and they're trying to make their own dreams come true. Mikie Tallon from Liverpool, Fezan Shahid from Bradford. Tallon, Darren, is winning the rounds, but he's winning them hard.
Yeah, it's competitive, and I'm so glad to see Shahid really give this everything. We've spoken about the opportunity here for him and what doors it can open. even in defeat, you know, you give a good account of yourself. I'm sure you get matched again on a big card, but Tallon, he's a really, really good fighter. When he goes through the gears, looks a real class act.
Yep, Lee Jones, ABC. He's registered at the club, lives near the gym on Vauxhall Road during the days at the Champs Camp with Joe Gallagher. He's got relatives in boxing. He was always going to punch for pay, the 20-year-old, but this 33-year-old, Fezan Shahid, is trying everything he knows in there, and he's in no way phased, trying to get out of the way of that jab and the right hand, and really nice work from Tallon.
Yeah, looks physically strong, doesn't he, Shahid? He's got 13 years on Tallon, so there's that maturity there, but we've already seen now that right hand again, really working a treat, looking for it over the jab of Shahid. Nice jab, though.
Well, he gets low, Shahid, quite effectively. That's the shot there, but you got to land with that jab to the body before he throws that right hand over the top. And I think that's his way in. That's his way to just to take the confidence away from the jab of Tallon, which is working quite well. A bit more weight on the jab I'd like to see from Tallon, maybe stepping a little bit with it, but it's still an effective weapon. That's, if he's not setting up his combinations, it's making Shahid just reset a little bit.
That was better, exactly what you said there. He stepped in, didn't he, behind the double jab, and that allowed him to find the right uppercut.
But back comes Shahid as well. Blood from both of their noses in the third round here. It's that spearing jab of Tallon that keeps pumping out.
I'd just like to see him move his upper body just a little bit more, Tallon. Not too much, because he punches from a foot, a shape where he needs to keep his shoulders square, but just a little bit of a dip now and again.
Barry, that's exactly what Joe Gallagher pulled him up just ever so slightly for at the end of the first round. Upright, just relax the shoulders a little more.
Yeah, but yeah, a little bit, but not too much, because you want to be punching from that sort of height. But just a little roll now and again. If anything, just gives Shahid a target to, like, he has to zone in it rather than just know where it is.
Lovely body shot from Tallon, but a right back from Shahid, and then he walks into a left hook. Good action here in the first fight of the night between Mikie Tallon and Fezan Shahid, who's taking his opportunity under the lights. It's great to see. And the celebrities are out in force. We've got one who's quite close to the boxing business. He's with Jamie.
With Mr. Ollie Mers here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Ollie, you've been a close friend of Sam Gillies for a number of years now. What an opportunity for him tonight to win that British title.
Huge, really exciting time for us all. You know, he's worked really hard the last 11 years to make this dream a possibility, and all he's ever wanted from the moment he started boxing was the British title, so it's here tonight.
How are your nerves as a friend when you watch him ringside?
Well, every year, every fight we go to, it just gets a little bit harder, because you know, we know that the levels got higher, and it comes down to really small percentages. So I'm nervous for him, but I know that he's prepared mentally and physically for this fight. So yeah, I can't wait.
I know you're a Man United fan, just finally, but a night to remember, hopefully, for you all at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
No, you know, I said that to him coming to today. I'm a Spurs fan with you, so I hope it all goes well, and I'm sure it's going to be a great night and a great fight.
Top man, Ollie, enjoy.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Jamie. Great to see Ollie Mers. I was sitting in front of him at the press conference the other night, and all the team were dressed impeccably in their blue. There were loads of them in the Tottenham jackets. It's a great night for Sam Gillies, isn't it?
It really is. He said all the right words. I think it was at the media workout. This is my city. I'm not going to let this opportunity slip. And Ollie Mers, he come on the platform. He was a lovely guy.
My best mate, didn't he?
Lovely guy.
Oh,
yeah, Barrett knew BFF.
And he can fight a bit, I'm told.
And passionate about the sport as well. He knew his boxing.
He can't fight. Ridiculous. He can sing a little.
You can't with your right hand at the moment.
Let's not go on about this now. I can fight judo. That's the main
Good body shot there from Fizzy. You missed that, Barry. Wow.
I saw it. It was a lovely little left uppercut there. But I mean, I think he needs to have the pace here. You're allowing the technically better fighter, not by a lot, but by enough, to box at his pace, and that's talent. So you've got to rush him, especially because he's younger. Make him rush his work. Drag him into a bit, use that physicality as Dad mentioned, and it will make it a bit more physical. But you've got to just put a bit more pressure on him.
Yeah, a few feints there from Tallon as well. I'd like to see him punch off of those. And sometimes we're talking about standing upright. Certainly after he throws shots, he at times, and you can get in the habit of doing this, admiring your own work. So make sure you move your head or your feet after you've let your shots go. Don't be there to get caught. But an awful lot to work with.
Yeah, 5th fight of the year as well for the 20-year-old. He's keeping busy. Fezan Shahid coming off a victory in February over Stephen Maguire. He lost to Maguire early in his career, but he got revenge. So he's not been active, but he's been active enough tonight. He stood right in front of Tallon, gloves high, trying to poke out shots where he can. Plenty of courage, and that's a lovely one on the inside from Tallon and back to the jab. He does a great deal well.
Yeah, do you know what? There's good variation with that lead hand. He'll sort of push off with it, he'll stab it to head and body quick, and he'll feint. A lot of work with that lead hand is very impressive.
The slip of the shoulder before Tallon threw that left hand was lovely. Just dipped inside, just a little turn. Again, just relaxing the shoulders, a little bit more upper body moving there, allowing to slip inside punches and gives you more confidence to be a little bit more forceful.
Exactly what you were asking for, and Joe Gallagher, and he's beginning to flow now here. Mikie Tallon, a right hand back from Shahid, a reminder, but you feel Tallon's going up the gears. He switches to southpaw, and again trying to befuddle, confuse Fizzy, who is right in front of him and winging from the hip. I mean, it's a brilliant effort, this, from the Bradford boy.
Conor Benn-esque, that was, wasn't it?
Fizzy's got a bit of pop in his shots.
He's good, I like him. I think he's good. I think he's a handful. I did get that down very well. It was really funny. You get a laugh a minute, you had, honestly.
All the time, yeah? Brilliant. All right. Box very well then again, Mikie. All the time they're just looking for an overhand right, okay? Listen, sometimes you're standing and you're just giving a little bit too much rest. That's what I'm saying. That jab, that 1-2, jab, heel jab, slip, right hand, your jab, heel right hook, catch, hook, your jab. And that's the way the tempo's got to go. And all of a sudden he'll go, I can't do this, and he'll take a knee or whatever he does. But he's on the verge now of like, do you know what? I've given my best. And you can't allow him get away.
I love listening to Joe Gallagher, legendary trainer. He lives and breathes the passion that comes out of it, and the wisdom as well. He might just feel that Fezan Shahid has given everything, and you don't know, he could hold on the 6 rounds, but it's a good mental thing to say to Mikie in there.
Yeah, some really good highlights there. There was a good body shot that went in from Shahid, but yeah, having someone like Joe Gallagher in your corner to give you those precise, accurate, important instructions in the ring, so important. I mean, look, and outside of the ring, camps, etc. I said that in the previous round. So much to work with for Joe Gallagher when it comes to talent. A really, really good, talented fighter.
I thought you said too much, to be honest. No, I mean, I understand what I do understand what he's saying. He's pretty much saying, be first, but block and counter off it. Every time he throws, take the shot on the gloves, make him pay for it. And then that'll break his heart. And I don't know whether that will, but it's not a bad tactic.
Never been stopped, Shahid, but never stopped anyone as well. And only one KO on the record for Mikie Tallon. I knew he'd put one in there. Barry Jones, the former
big
world
hitting
champion.
man from Cardiff.
That's it.
He's boxing well here, Tallon, to be fair.
He's boxing really well this round now.
It's that lead hand, Adam, again. You know, just measuring the distance with that shot. And that will help you, obviously find the range for that right hand.
Oh, that's what he's like. Lovely bit of work.
And punch off of it. Once you get that reaction from your opponent after a feint, it's so important to counter.
Just beginning to hold a bit more now, Shahid. It's getting harder for him in there. These jabs, the uppercuts, the right hands, the precision from the fists of Mikie Tallon, who's a good amateur and looking to remain undefeated as a pro. He hasn't lost a round here, but they've all been fairly competitive and tough, and that's credit to Shahid. But will his resistance break?
Up until now, I think this round is quite big here for Tallon so far. There's a lovely body shot again there from Tallon. Again, just letting those combinations go, not loading up, nice and smooth, but the distance is right for him.
And these body shots are again getting through. Just feel he's in a spot of bother here, Shahid.
He's increased the tempo.
Oh, lovely left there, a little dip of the shoulder.
Good work here from Mikie Tallon. Referee Mark Bates might just have a slightly closer look because he won't want Shahid taking too much, but he's been ever so competitive as long as he has, but the legs barrier beginning to dip.
Yeah, Tallon's just increased the tempo, hasn't he? He's taken charge of the pace, but he just increased the tempo this last round and a half.
He's really brave, isn't he, Shahid? But he's being outclassed here, and this is the most one-sided round of the fight. And that's good to see from Mikie Tallon in the 5th. Body shot. Really good work from the man from Merseyside.
He needs a half a step back here, Tallon. Throw the half a step back and then that shot. Oh.
Wonderful shot. And that might be enough for Team Fizzy. He looks exhausted. He may not even make the count. Mikie Tallon will win this by stoppage. What a fantastic 5th round it was for Tallon. What an ending. And he is 11-0. And that got better and better, which is the mark of a fighter progressing beautifully.
Absolutely, what a performance. You know, he was in there with someone who was game and really came to win, and Shahid, but that right uppercut was an absolute peach of a shot, and he was patient. He upped the tempo, Barry, didn't he? And when he found the accuracy, that opening, he took it.
And when he upped the tempo, I think his rhythm was better and his pace was better for him. But certainly he didn't load up with that shot. That was just proper turning of the body, that was. So it was a shot that Shahid didn't see. But also when he turns into the shot, he gets all the muscles in the back of his body into play without doing. Let's see, he doesn't load up. He just turns beautifully into the shot. He doesn't see it because he's putting him under pressure, pushing him back with those long straight shots. That's a great shot.
Stunning. That is stunning. What a shot! And he's worked for that. He set that trap up lovely, and it's so nice to see him and Joe Gallagher at the end. School never ends.
But that
I love that. I exactly thought the same thing. The education, he was going through it again. That was a world-class uppercut. It was a combination on the back of a terrific 5th round. The 4 before he'd won, and hats off to Fezan Shahid for the part he played in it. He couldn't get through, he stopped for the first time, and I think we are looking at somebody who can really go places. His Excellency knows boxing.
He does, and he's picked a very good fighter to follow there in Mikie Tallon. I'm telling you, the man's got a very bright future. So much to work with. The speed, the accuracy, the artillery, the setting of the traps, the patience as well that he showed in that fight. Very, very impressive.
Teacher, student, and outside the ropes, she's still a fighter, Natasha Jonas. And well done to this man. Good effort from Fezan Shahid, but Mikie Tallon with his 2nd stoppage victory. The countdown to unfinished business well and truly on tonight. Eubank Jr. Benn renewing their epic rivalry only on DAZN. If you haven't purchased already, head to DAZN.com/boxing now to be part of the history.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 3 minutes, 6 seconds of round number 5. Your winner by way of knockout and still undefeated, Mikie "The Omen" Tallon.
The gold, and another golden performance from Mikie Tallon, undefeated now in 11. He's only 20, he's got a very, very bright future.
Looks very good, doesn't he? A knockout start to proceedings here tonight. That's what we like to see.